What happens if a plane engine suddenly fails in mid-air is a question that creates fear in the minds of many passengers, but the real answer is far more advanced, controlled, and surprisingly safe than most people imagine, because modern aircraft are not simple machines but highly engineered systems designed with multiple layers of safety, redundancy, and backup mechanisms, meaning that passenger airplanes are never dependent on just one engine as they usually operate with two, three, or even four powerful engines depending on the aircraft type, and each of these engines is designed in such a way that even if one completely fails during flight, the aircraft does not lose stability or fall from the sky, because the remaining engines continue to provide enough thrust to keep the plane flying smoothly. And this is not just theory but a certified part of aviation engineering, where aircraft are tested and approved to fly safely even with one engine out for extended periods of time. And this is where the role of pilots becomes extremely important, because they are not ordinary operators but highly trained professionals who practice these exact emergency situations in advanced simulators again and again, so that if something like engine failure happens in real flight, they do not panic at all. Instead, they immediately follow strict emergency checklists, adjust thrust balance, control aircraft direction, and communicate with air traffic control to find the nearest safe airport for diversion, while at the same time the aircraft itself remains extremely stable because the wings are still generating lift and keeping the plane in the air just like normal flight conditions, and the working engine continues to provide enough forward motion to keep everything under control. So in most cases, passengers on board do not even realize that anything unusual has happened, because the cabin environment remains calm. Lights stay normal, flight attendants continue their duties professionally, and the aircraft keeps flying as if nothing has changed. And this is one of the most surprising truths about aviation, that what looks like a disaster in imagination is actually a fully controlled technical situation in reality. And meanwhile, modern flight management systems are continuously working in the background, calculating fuel efficiency, distance, weather conditions, and emergency landing options through advanced systems like ETOPS, which ensures that even when flying over oceans, deserts, or remote regions, the aircraft is never too far away from a safe landing airport, and the system constantly monitors routes to guarantee that diversion is always possible within safe limits. And in extremely rare and worst-case scenarios where even multiple engines fail, which is almost statistically impossible in modern aviation, the aircraft is still capable of gliding, because airplanes are designed with aerodynamic principles that allow them to stay in the air without engine power for a certain distance, giving pilots enough time and control to guide the aircraft safely toward a landing zone by managing speed, angle, and altitude carefully. And this controlled glide is not chaotic but a structured aerodynamic process that trained pilots understand deeply, and they use every bit of skill and training to ensure passenger safety. And this entire system of engineering, training, automation, and global air traffic coordination is the reason why aviation is considered one of the safest modes of transportation in the world, far safer than most people realize, because every single flight is backed by thousands of engineers, safety protocols, real-time monitoring systems, and emergency procedures that work together silently in the background. So when we ask what really happens if a plane engine fails mid-air, the honest answer is that nothing catastrophic happens in most cases. Instead, it becomes a controlled situation handled calmly by technology and human expertise working together. And this is the hidden reality of modern flying that turns what looks like fear into one of the greatest achievements of human engineering.